Immediately after hitting the lorry, I had no idea what the extent of my injuries were. Several doctors explained that I was very unlikely to be able to walk properly ever again.
We've now moved on from a chapter of having an air ambulance flying Liz away to Liz actually making a venture up a mountain.
For me, this isn't just a climb up Ben Nevis. It's a chance to raise awareness and funds for Kent, Surrey and Sussex Air Ambulance, to whom I am so grateful. But it's also a pilgrimage for me and my family to mark an end to 2 of the most difficult years of my life.
To get to the top, knowing the injuries sustained and the rehabilitation process that Liz has gone through will be immense, would be an achievement far beyond what we ever imagined within the first month of the accident.
I don't know how my leg will withstand the walk. It's a long way up, and I have my real concerns that maybe I'm not able to do it.
We'll never know unless we do it. And I believe the sense of achievement, even if she gets 3/4 of the way up, will be so gratifying for her and for the rest of us that we can only try. And if we make it, well, what an achievement.
Two years ago, I had this serious car accident where I had a head-on collision with a lorry and was left with a broken neck and hip, femur, ankle.
Liz had broken her neck, and it was called a hangman's break, which is an unusual break for people to have and to survive. So this is when my brain went into overtime, because a broken neck to me meant paralysis, loss of movement.
You hear broken leg and you sort of go, that's not too bad, but then you hear broken neck and you think, right, this is serious, and it's life-changing, if not life-threatening. So at that point, I think we were all very scared.
And my question was, well, is she going to be all right? And the answer was, well, we'll see when she comes out of the operating theatre.
Then she was in intensive care in a coma for 4 days or so. I mean, we were just incredibly amazed that she had survived this accident.
I remember going into the intensive care unit. She could hardly breathe. She could hardly talk. She was just in a very bad way. I've never seen a human being in that kind of state before.
I was told once I woke up from a coma and so on that there was a very real chance that I could have lost my leg, and it was because the air ambulance flew a doctor to the roadside to operate on my leg that I still have 2 legs and I'm able to walk.
And we were very lucky to have the right people in the right place at the right time. But the more we investigate this, the more you find out that is the whole reason for the air ambulance bed, to have the right people on hand at the right time. And we are so thankful for them.
It was when I came out of the hospital that I learnt that the Kent, Surrey and Sussex Air Ambulance are a charity that runs on voluntary contributions. Immediately, I recognised that was a way I could give back and thank them for saving my leg and my life.
It's always been in her sort of makeup, the outdoors, walking, hiking, orienteering. It fitted. I mean, when she said, we're going to go and walk up Ben Nevis, I was like, of course we are.
She just thought, well, if I'm going to do it, I might as well go for the highest in the country. That's Liz all over, to go for the highest.
We're trying to get back to doing a task that we would have performed before the accident, in the knowledge that we would not be able to do this without the air ambulance people, without the Kent, Surrey, Sussex Air Ambulance performing the task that they had.
We decided that by doing something really challenging and really physically demanding, it was much more descriptive of how far we've come, how far my recovery has come, and how lucky I am to be walking.
The physical pain that she has gone through to get herself to this situation is overwhelming, really. But you won't hear a moan, you won't hear a complaint, because as she says, I have life, and life is the most important thing.
Being able to go back to hill walking it's a dream come true, really. I genuinely thought that was it. I had one particular consultation with a surgeon who, when they told me I was unlikely to walk properly again, I was really distraught. I was really quite teary. I think it was the lowest point for me in my recovery. I have 2 little boys, and I was always in my mind going to teach them the ways of hill walking and get them out and about doing the things that I loved as a child and then later as an adult. Being told that that was unlikely to be ever possible for me and my boys was really heartbreaking. So if I reach the top of Ben Nevis, then that's a real possibility that we can go on and that becomes a reality, that not a dream, and that's really massive for me.
It's not an easy climb for a normal walker to achieve, and for somebody with the injuries that she still has, that she will always have, is daunting. She would always want to be able to push herself to as far as she can go.
Now I'm here at the top, I am really overwhelmed actually. I think being told that you are not going to be able to walk again, to now be here with this, I'm really gobsmacked. It's something else.
Just a very proud man that Liz has battled through it and has managed to get herself up to the top of Great Britain. There is no greater feeling than that.
Standing on the very top with all my family around me, it was just a brilliant feeling of, yeah, I've come so far and they've all been with me every step of the way. It will be something I always remember. I really didn't think I was going to make it so many times.
We've gone from coma to the top of Nevis. We've got normal life back, and that, I believe, to anybody and to any family, is the key.
Being able to walk up Ben Nevis is miraculous for me, and I'm incredibly grateful.